How's it going, everybody? My name is FaZe Crypto. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Clout. Today we'll be talking about NCASH, Nucleus Vision. Nucleus Vision's focus on the blockchain when it comes to the retail space is really looking forward to the future. I think that this sort of forward-looking way of approaching retail is ultimately going to overcome the current paradigm that we're seeing all these old brick-and-mortar establishments shutting their doors. You could look on the news, and every single day there's a different old American company that seems to be just shutting its doors, going out of business. You see Toys R Us, Sears isn't doing very good. You name it, there's a million different companies out there that are essentially not going to be around in a very short amount of time due to the fact that these new technologies are essentially out-competing them in a way that ultimately makes it impossible for things to function the way that they previously did. So seeing how Nucleus Vision is focusing the potential that's made available by cryptocurrency in respect to the retail space, it's interesting because there really is a huge market that is available in respect to that when it comes to all the different changes that are coming to the way that people approach stores, the way that companies sell their products and get various different products in the hands of consumers. It's shifting very rapidly in front of us, and while it might be difficult to witness as it's happening step by step, over the course of a few years we'll ultimately see technologies like Nucleus Vision coming to the forefront and really dominating the space in a lot of ways that were unrealized, really unimaginable leading up until this point. So Nucleus Vision on that regard is definitely really an interesting technology to be paying attention to as we continue to move forward, and we see the different developments that are being made in respect to cryptocurrency as a space, but of course seeing the overlap between cryptocurrency and the way that people live their everyday lives. Nucleus Vision is one of those technologies that I significantly pay attention to consistently because of that one fact. And when I pay attention to the various different cryptocurrencies that are on this list right here, it's always important to pay attention to the different technologies that are going to be essentially having a real world application, a way to interact in the real world and so forth. And when it comes to Nucleus Vision, the way that they are leveraging data, very interesting, in particular when you consider the conversation that's happening right now regarding data in the public space. People are starting to pay more attention to what's happening with their data, and the fact that cryptocurrencies provide this sort of opportunity to leverage data and really utilize the potential that's made available by smartphones. Retail in general definitely has a huge opportunity that they are completely laying by the wayside as it currently stands. When you walk into any retail store, the fact of the matter is that the majority of people have a smartphone on them, and the fact of the matter is that everybody has that sort of data, that user preference thing, and the consuming public is willing to make that data available to various different stores and so forth when they go in there. And the fact that Nucleus Vision is putting that choice in the hands of, because people would like to be in control of their data, and they'd like to be in control of when companies use their data in respect to targeting advertisers and all these various different elements. So the fact that Nucleus Vision is creating this sort of and it's tied within the element of that Nucleus Vision is basically moving forward towards how basically Nucleus Vision is trying to establish itself as a membership program as well, that entire element of it too. There's multiple different angles to Nucleus Vision that are going to be playing a huge role in the future. So looking at the different news regarding Nucleus Vision, it is interesting to see different articles like this one from Tech News Leader. It seems as if the public consciousness regarding Nucleus Vision has been pretty positive, and I think on a global scale Nucleus Vision has a lot of potential potential. I think those people who've said that Nucleus Vision has the potential to be a global currency aren't very far off when you consider the team that's been working behind Nucleus Vision. Now, my analysis of this technology is fundamentally data-driven. I find that it's important to look into the multiple different variables regarding these technologies, and I'd recommend that you do so too. So definitely make sure that you do your own research. Remember, I'm not your dad. Obviously this is not financial advice. I'm basically just making YouTube videos, sharing my opinion. But all that being said, yeah, Nucleus Vision is an interesting technology in my opinion. Looking forward, it's going to be very exciting to see the next steps that are in store for these technologies as we continue. So taking a look at Nucleus Vision's roadmap, as we're currently in 2018, we really are seeing this side of the roadmap marked by retail growth as far as we move into the next stage, which is expansion. And it's my belief that by 2020, we'll really see a completely different space when it comes to retail. For the most part, a lot of different companies and areas in the world are starting to make this shift already. With the you see these various different Amazon stores taking over in the spaces of like food production and grocery stores and all these various different spaces. It's all sort of meshing together in respect to the forward momentum that we're seeing. So what we're witnessing is sort of the new wave of these technologies. But of course, who wouldn't want to be in more control of their data? And as this conversation continues to develop and mature among the people who are interested in this sort of thing, I think that the public consciousness really is moving towards a trend where it's going to bend towards Nucleus Vision. And that's one reason in particular why I'm excited about this technology. And I think that they are very aware of this shifting paradigm as it's currently taking place. And of course, we've already seen symptoms of this paradigm shift with Bitcoin becoming a household name, of course, spiking up to $20,000. Only a few months ago, we were seeing such hysteria regarding cryptocurrency. It seemed like everybody and their mother was talking about how it was the next get-rich-quick scheme. And of course, that hysteria is ultimately always around, but of course, it has died down to a certain extent for obvious reasons when you consider the certain situation when it comes to the market cap being at 337. I talk about the market cap all the time on here, and the fact that you really have to take into consideration that these are global variables that are coming together to produce these numbers that we see represented on this graph here. So it is interesting to see how these different technologies have grown and developed over time in a very big way. So it is interesting in respect to that. And I think as we continue to see more elements of adoption taking place, we'll certainly see the rise of various different technologies. So now is definitely a good time. I'd recommend that you follow Nucleus Vision on their official Twitter. Twitter really is a great resource when it comes to staying up to date regarding cryptocurrencies and all the various different things that are happening in this space. And of course, if you're interested in connecting with the show, you guys can follow us at CryptoTuber on Twitter, and we've actually created a new community channel that we've just launched called Crypto Clout, and I'll actually be including a link to Crypto Clout as the first link in the description. So if anybody's interested in connecting with the channel and the community that we've been growing across various different social media platforms at large, all you have to do is tweet at us or follow us on Twitter, Crypto Clout, and so forth. And yeah, what we're trying to do here is provide a platform for people who have interesting things to offer and do different interviews and so forth, and a lot of things in store for these channels. So make sure that you subscribe and so forth. But of course, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Everything that I say in this video is my opinion. This whole purpose of all this content is just so that we can create a community of people to have a conversation regarding cryptocurrencies and so forth, because I think it's important to hear multiple people's perspectives. And in respect to hearing multiple people's perspectives, I'm actually going to be including a link to this video by CryptoAcademy. Academy, and I'll put the link to it down in the description. I'd recommend that everybody go and subscribe to this channel. I think they deserve a lot more subscribers than they currently have. This is an interesting video that talks about NCASH. It's called "This Is No Joke." It's an 8-minute video, but it really goes into detail regarding a lot of the different things in respect to the roadmap for Nucleus Vision, and a lot of the different dynamics that have been developing over time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this content, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and remember to subscribe to the channel and comment down below, and of course, yeah, share this video with your friends, and remember to connect to us on Twitter. And all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. See you in the next video.